I've always been a quiet, loyal kind, the man who never needed fireworks or chaos to feel alive. I built my life deliberately, carefully, brick by brick. I never gambled with emotions or chased fleeting thrills. When I chose to marry, it wasn't a reckless leap but a thoughtful decision rooted in years of knowing her, waiting until I was certain. I was sure I never wanted to return to a world where she wasn't by my side. For years, our life was stable, comfortable, even. We shared inside jokes, movie nights, and a small ritual she cherished, bringing me coffee in bed every Sunday morning, just because it made her feel like we were still dating. I believed we were happy. I believed she still saw me the way I saw her. But love, real love, has a way of blinding you to the smallest cracks. I didn't notice the subtle shifts, the way she stopped asking about my day, or how her laughter seemed a little too forced when we were together. She began dressing differently, more polished, more perfume, more effort, but it wasn't for me. It was for someone else. The seed of suspicion took root one Thursday night. She said she had a team dinner and promised to be back by 9. But it was almost midnight when she stumbled through the door, heels in hand, hair undone, cheeks flushed. I asked about dinner. She smiled lazily, kissed my cheek, and murmured, "Exhausting. Let's talk tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. I didn't confront her right away. Too much respect for her privacy. But curiosity soon turned to pain. A week later, I opened our shared bank app and saw a chargeback $1, $187 at a boutique hotel across town. Same night. Then, another charge at a rooftop bar, an intimate place, hidden from the world. When I showed her the statement, she didn't even flinch. "Elara," I said, voice steady but heavy, "was this with your boss?" She paused and sighed. "Look, Andrew back says yes. I made a mistake. One night, I don't know what came over me. We were drinking. It got complicated. But don't be ridiculous. This one-time thing can't ruin our marriage." There was no apology, no fear, just annoyance that I brought it up. The betrayal itself stung. But even more painful was how casually she dismissed it, like it was nothing more than a forgotten errand. I sat numb, wanted to scream, to ask how many other mistakes she'd buried beneath that calm exterior. But I said nothing. I simply nodded and told her I needed space to think. That night, I walked around the block. The cold air bit at my skin, but it cleared my mind. I realized something painful but undeniable. She only respected boundaries she chose not to cross. So, I began drawing new ones. The next morning, I quietly set up a private savings account and transferred my half of the money. Clean, silent. I told her we should consider taking a break. Maybe she could visit her sister for a few days. She agreed, saying it might bring clarity. Before she left, I asked her one last time, "Elara, was it really just one night?" She hesitated. That moment shattered me. I knew then it wasn't a single mistake. The Thursday meetings, the secretive phone calls face down, the hollow intimacy, it was all part of something bigger. She just never expected me to question it. While she was away, I gathered every piece of evidence, bank records, message backups, even an anonymous hotel review praising the rooftop bar's discretion, left from a burner email. I called a real estate agent, quietly listed the house, and made sure my name was protected. When she came back, everything looked normal. I played the part of the forgiving husband, cooked dinner, watched Netflix, even held her hand again. But inside, I was done. I was merely setting the stage. That weekend, I told her I'd booked a solo spa retreat for her, a thank you. I said, for try to make this work. She smiled, relieved, even hopeful, then packed her suitcase and left with a bottle of wine on the passenger seat. The moment she was gone, I moved the last of my things to a friend's apartment, finalized a house sale, and served her the papers. She came back 2 days later, only to find the silence suffocating and the key no longer working. That night, she called me 32 times, left voicemails filled with sobs, curses, and desperate pleas. She told me I was overreacting, that it was just one mistake, something couples survive, that love should be bigger than ego. I sent her one reply. It wasn't the affair that ended us. It was the insult, the smirk, the way she made me feel worthless. That was the true fracture. She never responded, not in words, anyway. But I heard she moved out of town soon after, changed jobs, and that nobody at her office talks to her anymore. I didn't ruin her life. I just let her watch it unravel on her own. Now, every Sunday morning as I sip my coffee alone, I smile. Not because I'm glad she's gone, but because I know loyalty deserves more than silence in return. And betrayal? Betrayal deserves more than forgiveness. It deserves consequences.